What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to fill the soul bar, what is it, what it does, and what characters you can get to do this. So first off, let's talk a little bit about soul bar. Let's just go to one of the battles. I'll just go to dragons right now, since I know I can clear it pretty easily, and just show you guys a little bit. So soul bar is what lets you do a lot of different things for different characters. A lot of you may know this, they give it to you the tutorial, but there's a lot more to it than just, you know, I get a guardian or I get a very good skill. And it's something that becomes very important when you're team building, especially in higher level content like raid and even abyss when it gets to the higher stages. So as you can see down there, right next to the Stina's name, you see the soul bar. And usually that fills up, so it says, okay, like right now I have Arky as my guardian, and it says 30 souls required. And then just so you get an idea, so for example, all characters, each of their skills gives you souls. So for example, Destina's gives you 1 soul. So it says it right, like at the name, Key of an Oath, and then it says acquires 1 soul. The second one, her second skill is Regen, acquire 2 soul, and third skill, Destina's Grace, acquire 3 soul. So most characters follow this pattern where their first skill will always give you 1 soul, second skill will always give you 2, and third skill will always give you 2 or 3. Depending on the character, it can vary. Some even go up to 4, which we're going to talk about was one of the ones that I know of right now that gives you 4 on that third skill. So when you use the skill, you get a little hit like that, and boom, you got a soul. Now you only need 29 for Arky, and you can get up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 souls. You can store up to 80 souls, and you can go from there. Souls can then be used for different things, so like for buffing up skills. So Domino skill, third skill, gives you 2 souls and gives her an extra turn. So as you can see, it gives her that, and her second skill doesn't give her anything because it's a passive skill. So passives don't give it to you, but because we're using the third skill, I get 2 souls. And then normally, what will happen is once you get enough souls, you can start using something called soul burn effect. So all characters have different soul burns. Right now, I can't activate hers yet, but if you can see below the name, the soul burn effect is a school cooldown is decreased by 2 turns. So that's enough talking about, like, you know, the basics and things like that. Kind of how you get it, what you can do with it. And one of the biggest things is to fill up these guardians that you see right here. And one of the big things about these guardians is that they become very important in later parts of the story and like different higher level content is what I meant to say, my bad. So for example, Arky consumes 30 souls. That's a pretty hefty cost because most characters will only use 10 to 20, not 3 of those things, which means it's 30. So a lot of characters won't do that. So, you know, it won't happen often. But the reason why they become so important is because they attack all enemies, and the attack is based on the total attack of your party plus the max health of the enemy. That max health part is the most important part, which is the reason why I don't like Sion that much, because it doesn't scale as much, and it also costs a ton of souls, and it's really hard to get up to 6. Kromkris is up there, but Kromkris does a lot of damage. Like, think of Arky, but way stronger, and he also decreases the skill cooldowns of your party. So, you know, take it as you will, but most people will use Arky because it's the easiest one to get out, and it's the quickest, least commitment, and overall, you know, the one that you're most likely going to be using a lot of the times because of the low cost and high reward aspect of it. So now that we've talked a lot about souls, all your teams should have someone that's trying to fill up that soul bar fast. So for me, that's Domino. And that's why I put her in the thumbnail, because she's the one that fills up the attack bar. But the other 2 most popular, whoops, I clicked on the notice. I don't want to go to the notice. But the 2 most popular units for soul bar increasing are DN and Clury, which is why they're considered to be, and why I consider them to be the best 2 units. Not only is it because of the utility they provide, but also because of the soul burn capabilities. So DN is probably, I mentioned before, the best unit. It's kind of undisputed that she is the best unit, and that's because of how much souls she gets. So if you can see, once you skill her up, you're getting 4 souls from her 4th skill. We discussed that Arky takes 30, so think like you almost have like a 10th of Arky from 1 skill, and then she gets attack bar, so she'll get another turn. So, and she gives all these buffs. Her second skill gives 2, and again, really low cooldown. And then her first skill gives 1, but again, increases her attack bar. So DN is getting turns left and right, filling up that soul burn, filling it all up. So you see like 4, 6, 7, and she gets a lot of turns because of how she increases her combat readiness and gets to use another of her skills. The other one, on the other hand, that most people can actually get, because you can't really get, she's not available anymore, DN's not available anymore. I never got her, so you're fine. You can still get your soul bar buffer. The other one that's super duper good that you should 100% build is fucking your Clury. I still haven't built mine. I would be showcasing her here, like the soul burn effect if I did. But, you know, I like Dominio more, and at the time I didn't know how good Clury was. And apparently I still don't know. But, so her, she gets 3 souls, and then 1 soul. So it's not a lot. But I did find out when you awaken her fully, she does awaken into speed, and she also gives attack bar buffs to everyone else on the team. Not attack bar buffs, she like the attack meter. They give one ally attack meter, and she also gives herself attack meter. So she's getting a lot of turns, getting a lot of soul burn, really fast unit, really solid, provides support, heal, and just everything for the team. But most importantly, that soul burn effect. That's why she stands out more than any other units, just because of the versatility and that. Other units that are also really, really good for soul burning purposes and just overall for getting more turns are my personal favorite, which I'm so excited. I'm almost done building him. I'm so excited to try him out with my Dominio. But we have, let me see. I always forget where he is. Alright. Right there. Shuri. So Shuri, again, serves a very similar purpose. His third skill gives 2 souls, which is not a lot. But he also has the added benefit that he gives your whole team like 25% combat readiness. So you're going to be putting your combat readiness a lot higher. You're going to be taking a lot more turns. You're going to be doing damage. You're going to be getting more soul bar. And that's how you win at higher level stages of the game, is by having that soul meter really, really high. So we're going to go to dragons again, and I'm going to showcase to you guys like the soul burning. So for me, for my soul burner, basically generator is what I would call them, because like you need kind of a generator. It's actually Dominio, because she gets so many turns and she's so like aggressive with how she does things. And ever since I built her, I've been able to clear so much more of the stages, just because I can spam Archie a lot more, and I can spam those really heavy skill cooldowns. So of course I'm gonna try to rush the soul burn. So I'm gonna start doing some stupid stuff that I shouldn't be doing, like using the Stina's second skill. But alright, this is why I said that Dominio was really good at this. So first off, her third skill, she gets 2 souls and she gets an extra turn. So now she's gonna be giving 3 souls, and she buffs the team. Once it's fully, it's by 20%. Mine's not fully, mine's at 14. And then she gets to attack and gets the third one. Right here we got Cess. So Cess is also decent generator, but he's not as important. The reason why I say he's good is because he technically attacks twice. So when the enemy's half health, I start getting more souls from Cess. I start getting 2, and that's really good, because that means the hardest part of a fight for me is the beginning, just trying to get the boss to half HP before I can start, you know, doing the things I need to do. So another thing I forgot to mention with how this combination works right now with Dominio and with Cess. So the main goal of this is to try to get that soul burn. So Dominio increases her own attack bar every time someone crits. So right here, watch where Dominio is in the attack bar place. I'm gonna attack this second guy. I crit, she gets a little bit of attack. And the reason why I pair her up with Cess is because it's based on how many enemies you crit, not just if they crit. So that means when Cess does his second skill that it hits everyone, if I crit on all of these guys, which I will, she will get like, I think it's up to like 45% combat readiness. And then she also gets damage off of it, which is what I think is extremely disgusting and extremely good. So my Armin is getting wrecked because I didn't use the third skill. But I wanted to show you guys, look how fast the meter is filling up now. I've gone probably like 1 or 2 times. Look, she's getting another turn again. And then right here, I'm going to attack. Get a little bit more. And then here, Cess is going to do his attack again. So see where she goes up? Now Cess procs his second skill, and she goes up a lot more because I crit on both of them. And now she gets her third skill again, increases everyone's attack bars again. And then I get to be able to do this attack again and get even more and more souls. This is really good because, okay, let's say right now this is completely suboptimal, but then souls are very, you have to think of what you want. So Destina is very soul hungry in terms of her heals. If you really need a heal, her first skill, soul burn, basically gives you a massive heal that just puts your whole team at 100%. On the other hand, you also have I always forget, Challenger Dominio, who I also use the soul burn a lot on, so I can reset the cooldown of this third skill, so I can have immunity up very often. I don't use it on Cess as much, and I try not to use it in Dominio unless I'm trying to finish it off. But you know, I'm just trying to fill up that soul gauge so I can get Arky. Because some bosses, like right now, I'm able to kill these units, these enemies, but I can't do that in higher levels of like Abyss and different things like that because they just get way too tanky. Even Dominio, who's just putting out like 4k damage, you saw how much damage I did. So the dragon's a good example of this. So you want to have Arky to be able to do damage, especially because my team doesn't run a defense breaker because I'm just bad at making teams. But all right, so you see right here, it doesn't look too hot for my Cess, but I'll just heal him up and I get 2 souls from this. Now I have Arky there and I'm able to use him when I want. So, but I often don't get to do that. I'll often have to use burn and just try to get more turns. So see, I could have used the burn for more damage, but I needed 1 soul charge to be able to use Crimson Armin's third skill to have it up pretty consistently since it decreases it to 2. And see, now I take no damage from the boss. And now I just keep doing what I've been doing, just trying to fill up that soul gauge. And it's also really important because let's say they are really low, then I'm actually going to need Destina to be able to do it. Let's say I'm trying to just finish the boss quickly. Like right now, I don't really need to worry so much about the soul burn because I know I can finish this boss. So I can actually just use Dominio's burn to try to go faster. Or, see, it doesn't do that much damage because I didn't crit. Arky gives you a consistent damage source that is always good to have, and you should always use your Arky on tanky bosses. This is not that tanky of a boss, so I don't need it as much, but, you know, it goes without saying that you 100% need a soul acquire unit. Whether it's someone that's giving your team more turns, or someone like Diane that just straight up herself gives herself a turn, or like Clary who also gives her a turn of turns. You need someone that's going to be filling up that soul burn bar. I hope I didn't ramble too much, guys. I hope you at least enjoyed a little bit of me taking down this dragon. Let me know in the descriptions what you think about the video, if you thought it was helpful, if you think I didn't cover as well. I love to take your criticism, whether it's good or bad, and I'll try to get back to the comments and just get to it. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you next time. Peace.